Hi guys, welcome to Streamer Class. My name is Sigma, and today I have Hotel with me because we are doing part 2 of channel reviews. You guys submitted these through the Discord, the Streamer Class Discord, which we will have a link down below. And we're going to go ahead and review your channels.
Awesome.
All right, first up we have Bridge the Gidge, which we actually know her hubby Dave quite well, and so Bridge, we appreciate that you took the time to let us review your channel. So let's get right into it. Bridge, we went to your channel and we went to your about section. So starting out, she says that she's here to play video games and have fun. Assassin's Creed is one of my favorite game series, and I have an addiction to COD. Join the chat and hang out. So, first off, she clearly likes pink. Working with that. She's got a little box here that shows off the different emotes that you get. So if you're a follower, you get certain emotes, and then if you're a sub, like I like this box. I would personally move it because I would like all these things right here that are right on the top row to match. I know we say put your donate like way down at the bottom, but for matching sake, I would put that all the way over here and line those up. But it looks like she actually took the time to write some things out here, which is really nice.
You mean all the way on the right?
All the way on the right, yeah.
So, I think it will.
Yeah, if she moves this over here, it should, right? Yeah.
If you move any of the columns down, then the donate will come up and you'll have all 5 across.
Okay. And this sound alert, let's hit that. A lot of people use this in Tarkov and whatnot, so this is cool because people are very familiar with it. And yeah, it's a good way to raise money for your stream. The only thing that I would say is let me double check this. Yeah, have more options on there. These are pretty low. Have a couple more options on there that are higher.
Especially if you got a big following or a big viewer base and they really like burning those things out. It's no fun when you even get tired of hearing those. You're gonna have different viewers every time, but you hear the same stuff, and then instead of it kind of being fun, you're gonna subconsciously cringe when you hear the same stuff for the 20th time today.
Yep. I was just reading her about. It's good. She talks about all the games that she likes. So if I had never been to your page before, I would definitely know exactly what you're into. Our cat Cammy is jumping up on the. If you could see her. Listen, Hotel is her favorite person, so Cammy follows him around. Yes. I don't know if he's gonna be able to do this without her yelling at him the whole time. Got a schedule there. It does say that it varies because she does work a lot. We know that about her, which is completely understandable. So at least you put a typical guide out there on when you should be live. And then something about your hardware. I think that you do have a PC. Oh yeah, it says that I gotta get the list from Dave. Dave, get on that. Get that list there for the hardware, right? Everybody loves looking at that stuff.
Yeah, and if you're a console gamer primarily, Dave should get your accessories on there too, because people are also interested on how to get the consoles to the stream. So like if you're using Elgato stuff or a AverMedia capture card or something like that, get that stuff on there too. That spurs people to ask questions. Oh, you use the AverMedia. How do you like it? Does it work for you? Is it cheap? Where'd you get it? That kind of stuff. So get all that details in there.
Yeah, I agree. All right, so let's jump into her videos. Let's just pick a random one. Let's see. Okay, we got a random time.
Sorry, Jenny. Some people saying bug, some not.
There we go.
Better not be. For real?
Okay.
Because if this is bugged, that means it's gonna be yet another fucking season that I can't finish, bro. My fortune is a mystery.
There's Bridge. She's probably watching this and just put her just like, oh my god, they had to go to that part right there. That part right there. Okay, so let's do the thing that you always talk about. All right, so we're gonna go to check the settings, and we're gonna see the quality. She does have options enabled on this video. Super smart. We're gonna go back and we're gonna go to advanced and turn on the video stats. And then this is where Hotel kind of talks about what's going on in that top left corner over there.
It's a little different for a console streamer because playing Forza, I imagine this is also the Xbox version of Forza. So they have a little bit better as long as they can ingest all of their data from their consoles. So like if you're playing in 4K or 1080p or whatever, you're not streaming on a single PC setup like most people. Your PC is just a streaming rig, so you kind of got a leg up. You're automatically kind of like a 2 PC setup by nature, basically. So I do see that you are streaming in 720p, which is decent for new people to grow with. Everybody knows what Xbox looks like. We already know that it can do 4K and 1080p and all those fancy ones, so you don't need to show off that kind of gear because you're not showing off your rig. And it's at 60 frames, and you got a playback rate of 4.5 probably, which is plenty enough for a 720p stream. So I think everything there technically is right. Plus Dave probably took care of all that stuff, but I would not change a thing because you probably don't see any pixelation or anything here coming from a console game with those settings. So but that's a very streamable setup that's going on right there.
You couldn't have waited.
It's a good thing that she has Discord friends in here. Or is it Discord friends or is it over Xbox Live? But either way, you need to be a little bit louder. We can see your camera, so it helps to know who's actually talking and your community knows who's talking.
I don't give a fuck who you are.
But the streamer should always be just a little bit louder.
Benjamin Button disease.
You know what? I agree. I agree. And I would make sure that you open your camera up to the right just a little bit, because it's one thing if you want it like butted up against your shoulder,
But you know, I'm feeling it, right? So we're cruising.
but you don't want your shoulder completely cut off constantly. So
And so if I
heads up
pass
on that.
you, and then all of a sudden you want to start
I'm
riding
curious
your
on how
ass,
she opens up her channel.
Absolutely.
How she opens up her stream. Let's see. Is it back here? It's all muted, so
Cheesy toes. That's a little awkward.
okay, she has a little introduction thing going.
Smart enough for this.
Did we have like an intro? Did she like
Kind of low now.
I don't know, I'm trying to find the perfect time.
Right there.
Music's at one level, and then like you redline.
I don't know if she says welcome guys and goes
Right.
IRL or anything.
Desktop audio, you're hella fucking
So
up,
she's
like, you
talking-
redlined.
I'm the same as always.
I don't know, like you for some reason were fucking redlining, and I turned you down to 80%.
Okay, I see. So yeah, I would definitely just designate
That's weird.
you're starting soon.
Tell me,
Something
go.
you can do.
As literally just you're starting soon. Make sure your mics are muted. And then if this is supposed to be your chat right here in the middle, oh, it is. There it is. I might change it to maybe some in-game shots or something like that. And then if you do have a clock there, make sure you're using that clock and letting it.
Yelling on purpose.
count down,
It's just
'cause-
really fucking loud.
Yeah, 5 minutes is a totally acceptable time to open up your stream. I've seen some people that go 30 minutes. It's bonkers. I would never go 30 minutes, but 5 to 10 minutes.
Set
Let some music play.
just voice.
Hang out, you know, maybe show some shots, especially if you're a smaller streamer. You don't want to show empty space. So if it's taking a while for people to get in your chat, or it's literally only going to be the same person right when you start, the same two people saying hi to each other and whatnot, I would definitely not have my chat on my starting screen. That's one of the things. But let's end on a good note here and say I am impressed that everything in your section looks uniform and you actually did right stuff. So that's a good thing. Do you have anything that you want to add to this?
Well, the same thing that for a 400 follower, that everything is pretty uniform, pretty on brand. Colors are the same. We're not trying to make anybody sick with all of the different colors coming out of left field. Like, oh, everything's on point and ready to grow. You just get yourself out there and do the things to keep growing.
Yeah. Last thing I'm noticing, there's just some pixelization here It looks like it's getting kind of blurry. Just make sure that you get an updated picture back there that has a high enough resolution that it doesn't do that. And if you're totally into Forza right now, put that down here. Put this in your about section. Try to keep your about up to date. I know it's not always easy, but it's one of the things. All right, so that was Bridge. We're gonna move on. All right, Hallie Lion is up next. I have actually been hanging out in Hallie's chat because he's really good at Tarkov, and you know, I just like watching different people play. He interacts really well. Even if nobody's talking, he still talks about what he's doing, which
Awesome.
it's one of those things that's really hard to get people to do, is just talk. So he's coming up on almost 900 almost 1,000 followers. He's sitting at 973 right now. So you guys that are watching this, go give him a follow. Maybe we can get him to 1,000. And he just says, "Hi, I'm Hallie Lion, pronounced like Halle Berry. I'm 24-year-old Canadian who streams Escape from Tarkov and enjoys getting to know people. I used to be shy, and I'm slightly less shy." And then he has his business inquiries, which it's a good idea. Have that email sitting right there, and he has his socials linked on the right hand side. Let's scroll down to here. Oh, puppy picture. This is good. Okay, let's get into it. I'll let you. What's your first thought?
He's got everything again. This lion theme. The orange on an orange lion is a little difficult to read. One trick is to put the outline from doing VMix and doing all the production stuff for Evasion. That's the first thing I do, is try a font flat, like you have it. And if I don't like it, usually it's just a small outline, a 1 pixel or 2 pixel outline in a black or something will pop it off so it's not so flat. And then it's barely noticeable to yourself, but you'll say, oh, that's a lot readable. And that's all it was. It's just a little tiny border to pop it off the flat picture. Yeah, outside of that, your panels and everything are in the right spot. So Sig's not going to get mad that your donation is too far up or too far in the front.
It is. It's my biggest pet peeve. Actually, I took your advice, and that's how I do all of my lettering on the streamer class videos that I make. So when I need to list something on there, I actually do that.
Put a border on
Yeah,
it.
because I don't want to put like a whole section behind it, but that border works perfectly. It makes it all pop out. So he does have under specs, we were just talking about this with the other one, is making sure that you have all of your specs right now, and they are all linked. So that's awesome. Big deal. It's a little time consuming, especially if you've never done it before. So I'm happy to see that you did take the time to do that. Let's see. Top viewer locations. I think these only work when you're actually live. That might be what it is.
Yeah, I don't really engage with the widgets much, so I don't know how all of them work and all that stuff. I know I've seen them where they are static, and like they'll build a little like pyramid and show you where most of the people are coming from or something like that. So I don't know what this one is supposed to do. I'm not a connoisseur of the widgets.
Connoisseur of the widgets. I do like this. I like that it counts down too. I've always enjoyed the countdown timer. I think it's simple and it's to the point, and it lets everybody know right away like when they're going to be live. So as long as you're sticking to that schedule, then that's amazing. If you're not sticking to that schedule, you're going to be pissing some people off.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. We'll just move on to his videos then.
Yeah.
Let's see. Hallie's been in some of the events that we've done in Evasion, so that was awesome. Let's see. Stream is starting. I might slow that down. You know, you can slow it down in OBS. Maybe slow it down just a tad. Okay. I'm not gonna say what I noticed first, but I feel like it'll probably be the same thing as you. What are you looking at?
Well, the main thing that I see is something that we've been talking about on my Twitter, is that your green screen is glittering, and that can really screw with your encoder. And so it's something hard to do, but easy once you get it nailed down. Like, you should take care of the glittery green screen. Either more light on it or dial in your alpha channel or something. But a lot of people don't know it. It sucks. It's just something you have to learn, is that anything that's moving in the background that isn't the game, so like your green screen glittering, is affecting the encoder, which we know how Tarkov is. It's just going to make it all blurry when you start running around doing things.
Yeah, we'll have to check into that. Working with a green screen is really hard, and you have to get it down to a science. You have to light that green screen perfectly, or else it really can become an absolute mess, and you don't want to look sloppy. And it looks like your camera may not be 100% focused. I'm not sure if that, maybe it's like an autofocus, but just double check that as well, your focus. But yeah, like Hotel said, that glitter, it's distracting. Not only is it distracting for us, but then it might affect our quality coming through.
Yeah, I think his camera's in focus. It's not soft. It's a webcam, I bet, 100%. And then, again, it's that the glitter will take away from it too, because now it's trying to encode something that's moving, so it'll make you blurry. As you see it right before, now the glitter is coming back. It did sharpen up a little bit, so it's just something. It's like distraction for the encoder if it has to sit there and try to manipulate tiny little pictures. But for everybody, if you really are struggling with your green screen, put more light on it. Usually you'll be like, well, it's got a wrinkly spot in it or everything. You have to blow it out with so much light that there just can't be shadows and wrinkles and stuff in it, and it'll be all one. The more light you put on it, the more uniform it gets, and then it makes the alpha channel much easier. Instead of screwing with OBS, just put more light on your green screen.
All right, let's go see if we can find him in raid, because I want to see what this looks like. Let's see if he went to maybe a daytime map. Oh, he's in factory. It's even happening in factory. So we found a video that we know that he's going to go outside on, and we just want to see what's going to happen here when he actually gets in the bushes and whatnot. You can see that the green screen is kind of glittering right now as it is.
We might be harping on the green screen, but it's because everything else is pretty on brand and on point. So like these are the little monotonous nitpicky things gotta make the stream a little bit better. Tarkov's not a fair game to pitch you against, because this area is gonna look like crap anyways, but your camera isn't gonna make it any better. It's gonna make it worse. So even when we're all struggling to get into that good looking EFT gameplay, you're a leg behind because the glitter in the green screen.
Yep. All right, let's take a look at his stats really quick here. So he is streaming at 1080, and he does have options enabled, at least on this video. And then let's go check out his video stats. So there you go.
1080p 60 4K.
Yeah, 4,000 bit rate.
Yeah. So if that's what you stream at, you're gonna probably have to turn it up a little bit, or try the 936. It's Tarkov. It is what it is. I wish I could rate people's streams on different games, but it's gonna be better for any other game that you play too, if you're going variety or even you're just chatting and stuff. 1080p is like the minimum, starts at like 4K. So again, when everyone else is pushing theirs at 6K or higher, you're at the bottom end of it. So you're a leg behind again, trying to get that 1080p stream out.
That's true. And I want to go back really quick and just go see what he is working with over here. So these are his specs.
Yeah, he's got the
Yeah.
power to do it. I don't know what people's internet are. You can't assume people's got access to good internet to push that. For everybody that's out there, like the national average, I believe, is only a 5 meg upload. So you can't do anything more than about 3K with that. So it is what it is. But if you've got the ability and your internet is 10 meg up, and I don't mean down, most people buy their internet off the down, but if it's more than 10 meg up or something, push what you can on that bit rate. It's all we could do as EFT streamers to give ourselves the best benefit we can.
Yeah. All right, Holly, there you go. Those are our suggestions. Keep up the hard work. I know that you have been very consistent on your videos. I know that you're interactive with chat. So just keep at it and tweak these things as we talked about, and you know, to the best of your ability. And we look forward to you in maybe some future Evasion events. Okay, so we are on to Mr. Frozen Glory TTV. He has 35 followers. He is just starting out. I mean, he's not even affiliate yet. And the first thing I'm seeing is that it's all uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. And wow, he's written all this out. This is great.
That's good for the new streamers and bad for the people that are not watching these videos before they start streaming. Because, I mean, just 3 or 4 years ago, I think we said it in the last video, people just threw a stream together and then figured it out on the way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And now you can't do that because everyone's got access to how did you start streaming, and streaming is becoming so popular. Like, you have to start your first stream setup, which puts a lot of pressure on you, but you've got everything matching.
Yeah, that's true. I would say over here is if it's not set up yet, don't put it up here. And this, we actually just talked about that. So here he says, I'm a little lazy. Do not be self-deprecating. Guys, this is something that we see that happens often, and we think that it's just being, you know, very genuine, like, yeah, guys, I'm just lazy, and you're being honest and whatnot. But from a professional point of view, you never should put yourself down. I don't care if you're losing, you shouldn't put yourself down. When people say, you know, oh, I'm so bad at this game, nobody wants to hear that. Nobody wants to hear that. You can say I have my bad moments, but you never should put yourself down, because the most beautiful person in the world is not made any prettier when they say, oh, I'm so ugly.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not attractive. So don't put yourself down. And if you don't have it, don't put it up there yet. I see like sub benefits. Look, he was super ready to go. I really do enjoy these panels. But he said, I'm not sure I'm making this panel yet. I'm not a single clue. It's actually funny the way that he worded it. I like that. But I mean, if you don't have it, it's okay to not put it up there yet. You know, you could even, I guess, write underneath that one, you know, we're on our way to it. And I would take out the twitchoverlay.com. I don't know what this is.
Oh, it's the website he got it from. He might not be able to. It might be hard coded in there.
I might do some finagling with that. Maybe put a gray stripe underneath it or something to just take it away.
Yeah. From a quality assurance perspective, I was going to say too, if people are going to make streaming a hobby, like, you have to be honest with yourself right off the bat. If you're streaming to be a hobby and you don't want to be Dr. Lupo or Shroud or somebody like that, and you're not trying to be like literally the top streamer at the top of every category, like, then it's a hobby and have fun with it. But as a professional, along with that whole, there's a difference between being humble and being self-deprecating, which is off-putting. And in that same sentence, capitalization and English and all that stuff, name is Bjorn. And so I believe you speak well English in all of this. You gotta check your editing part, the capitalization of like I'm and whatnot. Again, we said it in the last one, I believe, last video, is if you don't quite have a grasp on writing English, but you're great at speaking it, have an English native speaker edit your stuff. Say, hey, somebody look at my stuff. Did I do this wrong? I know how to speak English, but I don't know how to write it properly or something like that. So like someone right here could easily edit your panels for you and clear up some of the little nitpicky things, again, that you have going on there with spacing and capitalization and whatnot, the easy stuff. But for everyone else, like, that's your first question is when you're coming to SIG and you're asking for these things, that should mean you're probably trying to take this to the professional level. So, and like we said at the beginning of this, is everything's just got to be on point, because you're competing with a million literally other people trying to do this job right now. And if you're just doing it for a hobby and make $20, then fantastic. Be fun with it and be your personality with it.
Yeah, I agree. Let's check out his videos. Let's see here. Okay, so we've got his VODs pulled up here. Unfortunately, not very consistent. Now, we don't know what he has going on. IRL, but we have 2 months last month, 2 weeks, and then 2 days ago. So the consistency is what stands out to me on this one. We're just gonna check. So he's playing Back for Blood, and we're gonna go video sources 1080-60, and let's see the video stats. It looks good to me off the bat right there, but
yeah,
skipped frames, is that an issue?
Yeah, I saw it try to get to 6.5K. So I'm thinking you're not pushing 5.5 meg or 5500, however you have it set up in your streaming software, unless it was a glitch because you're staying around. Oh no, there's 5800 again. So I think you're streaming too high for whatever your rig or your internet can actually push out. Bring it down to, yeah, because there's 63 and 62. So bring it down to 55, because when the encoder tries to keep up with what you're asking for, this 6000 range, it induce blur and lag when it drops down to where it can't make it up. That's getting a little beyond even my expertise on how to explain it, but it's don't max out your bit rate just because you can, because then the encoder gets screwed up. So if you're pushing 6000 something, try coming down to, like, it looks like 58 it can handle, or 55. Try that. This is an easy game to stream, so you're not going to see it here, and your VODs are even a little bit better than your live streams anyways, so it's going to be difficult to show you the example of what it's going to do for you. But I would try it and then see Twitch Inspector. If you Google that, I forgot the website, it'll tell you your stream health while you're streaming. It's a Twitch website. It's vetted by Twitch. You can see immediately in green or red a graph. It'll tell you if you're capping out your bit rate. So you're streaming with a too high of a bit rate, and then you can dial it down. One, it saves your internet and allows you to put your bandwidth towards something else that you're doing, and two, it'll save your encoder.
I will put that link down below, by the way. Okay, so there we are. Again, just to recap for you, we need you to work on your consistency and maybe just tweaking those panels a little bit, and then some of your editing. But honestly, genuinely impressed for somebody who has 35 followers.
Mm-hmm. And since he's a non-affiliate too, it's a chance to remind everybody that yes, if you restart your stream every time, you can get encoding options also. So even though he's streaming at 1080p, if he keeps restarting his stream until he gets those options that everyone tells you can't have unless you're a partner, then he can also have the encoder options even as a non-affiliate, because people are now, I've seen on Twitter, are saying that now it's only partners and affiliates get transcoding on options. No, everybody can.
You can. Yeah, you just have to restart, like you said.
Yeah, and for non-affiliates, you're probably gonna have to restart a couple extra times because there is a hierarchy.
Yeah.
All partners get him, and then everyone else gets the scraps. So
what you do, guys, if you want to make sure that you have options, and when we say if you have options, let me close this out. What we're talking about is when you click on the settings cogwheel and you hit quality, see how this doesn't show all of the options like we were kind of looking at before with the other channels. So what you do is you start your stream in OBS, you have your channel open on another monitor, click on this and make sure that you have all of the options available. If you do not, stop your stream in OBS, wait about 10 to 15 seconds, start it up again, and check and see if you have options. You will be able to get options. Sometimes it takes 2, 3, 4 restarts. One time it took me 7 restarts, but I promise it's worth it. And no, your followers will not get alerted every time you go live, because what happens is Twitch usually waits about anywhere from 25 to 30 seconds before they send out the going live notification to all your followers. So you have a little bit of time to play there. You start your stream, you come over, you check. It shouldn't take you more than 10 seconds. And you'll know whether you have options or not. Then just stop the stream. And then what you can do at the end of the night, if you didn't get options and you had to restart a few times, just go in and delete those VODs that are 10 seconds long, and then they're off of your channel and you're good. This way, people that are watching on their mobile devices can watch your channel. We did have a TV back when we lived in California that one of the TVs we couldn't watch if they didn't have it in 720. It had to be like 720. If it was only in 1080,
software glitch or something.
yeah, we couldn't watch if it was only in 1080.
Yeah,
so
but you don't know people's situation. So give him all the options you can every time you can, because like that wasn't even an internet thing. That TV just didn't want to do anything more than 720. So
Yeah.
don't take people's options away. Give them as many as possible.
Yeah, and that'll help your numbers as well. All right, moving on to the next one. All right, so we are going over to It's Koozie, who is actually live right now. So good luck out there. We will check out your channel in just 1 second. We want to look at your about section. Immediately, it is laid out very nice. He's got a good about me section here. He says in his upper about me that he streams every day at 7 p.m. Eastern. Escape from Tarkov, just chatting, IRL, and music. So good quick snippet. You should have just a quick snippet about yourself right there, and then in the about section actually go into details. Obviously the tip and the merch and the Empire Jerky is down there at the bottom, which makes me happy because, again, if you make money from it, it should be down below unless that sponsorship has paid for your first panel to be your first panel. You should not be putting any sponsorship in that front panel unless it is paid for up front. Not like, oh, you'll get 10% back off of anything you sell. No. That is reserved for you. Unless they have paid for it, they have no business at the top. So, just a side note. And no, they are not paying you if you sell their product. They are getting paid and then giving you a tiny little percentage off the top. Don't get me started. It frustrates the heck out of me. So, look at the My Gear section. That's nice. Anything that you are interested in, you can immediately click on. He's got a lot going on here, huh? I don't say that in a bad way. I think that's good. I genuinely do. I do like this one over here. I actually use this as well. It just kind of lets everybody know what they get if they do sub, which is cool. It talks about what you get if you sub, so not bad at all. All the socials are linked.
Yeah, he's cheating.
That's awesome. He's cheating?
Yeah, he's doing all the stuff that primetime streamers do already.
Oh, I see. Yeah. Leave a little room for the rest of us. All right, let's go. He's alive now, so let's go over here and see what's going on.
He wanted you to do it so he could show off.
I see. Purple border's gotta go. I'm sorry, is this frustrating? It's frustrating me.
Yeah, but he's probably... No, go back to peripherals. The only reason you do that is if you don't have the computer to do a full screen and you need to cheat the resolution down. But he's got a 2700 with a 2080 Super. He's on a stream PC, so I don't know why he has the border. He's trying to be different, trying to be catchy probably. If you go to the Twitch page, it probably shows up. So it's going to make you... It's clickbait, is what I'm thinking. But then when you're watching it in full screen, it is this giant purple border. So I think you know what you're doing. You should put in the comments why you have the purple border. But that's to give you the pass, like I said, is that your gear wasn't strong enough, so you're trying to hide the resolution, but you have fine enough gear. So I think you're trying to clickbait with it, which is another way you got to try to stand out amongst the millions that we said that are streaming against you. But I don't think it's the right choice. I'm actually watching in like this now.
It keeps distracting me from what's going on. That's a big thing, and you don't want your viewers to be distracted. Make your daily subs smaller and your daily follows smaller. I would even put them right underneath your camera. It's not a bad spot. I promise you, if anybody even looks at your face, which everybody's gonna do, they'll see those two things. So if those are your goals, and I like that he actually has achievable goals. Like you can even put your daily subs up to 2 or something, you know, like you were giving yourself room to grow, because we have some friends right now that are doing that where they're like, yeah, I had this silly number out there, but I decided to bump it down to 3 or 5 a day, and it's working.
Yeah, the purpose of the goals are people like hitting goals. And I don't mean you and your personal goals. I mean people that watch streams. When they see a sub goal of 5, they're like, oh, let's get him to 5, guys. Like, people like helping people hit goals. So don't put your goal at what you currently are getting, right? Because you're losing monetization. Put it up a little bit and let your chat feel good because they help you hit a goal.
Yeah, I agree. So don't be afraid to raise that. your daily follows to 3 and your daily subs to 2, and run with it for a couple weeks and see what happens. Yeah. So let's kick into options. He's working with the 93660. We see that really often in Tarkov streams. He does have options enabled, so that's good. This is what we were just talking about, making sure that you have the transcoding options. And let's go over to his video stats.
I thought you can't stream at 7,500K if you're not a partner Twitch.
and here he is. He's doing it. Looking right off the bat, it looks like he's skipping some frames here. We're 80s, now we're in the 90. What's going on here?
I forgot what a stream PC is at.
You want me to go look?
Yeah. I think it was a 2060. 1060. 3 gig. Yeah, you probably can't do... You're probably shooting for like a 72 or 7500K bandwidth. You got the right CPU. You got a Ryzen. But I think you probably need to drop it down a bit. I mean, your stream's holding good. It's not actually skipping on the thing. But you are skipping. We're up to 20 more skipped frames. Just over, what, the last 30 seconds. So it could cause some issues. I would watch your VODs back and stuff and have someone keeping an eye on it. Get a friend and say, hey, I'm skipping frames. Do you see it? Is it bothering you? Because I think you're teetering on that edge right now. Because I don't know how long we've been totally watching you for. Don't have 104 skip frames. Remember, there's 60 frames a second going on right now.
Right.
So 104 is not technically bad. But it is meaning you're skipping frames somewhere. So
is lowering that just a tad, like maybe putting it at 6,500 instead, or the 6,000, and then, because it seems to be jumping all the way up to 8,300 we saw for the bitrate.
Yeah, I would have to ask him what his actual target is in OBS and see what he's trying to hit for a bitrate. Because it said 104 for a while and then it hit 106. So if you're going to lower your bitrate, that'll help drop your skip frames. You lower your resolution 1 dash, so like you're at 936, you could drop it down to the 900. That'll get you back skipped frames. But maybe right now I'd actually probably think it's probably cable.
So he's streaming on cable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like he's probably in a full neighborhood or something like that, or he's far. It may be an internet thing, because like now he's been holding 106 pretty good. So that'd be something like you need to say in a comment down below, like what type of internet you're working with that you're shooting that high, but you're still getting a couple skip frames.
Okay.
But with that 1063 gig, you probably don't need to push 7,000 anyways.
So I have noticed that he has not stopped talking this whole time. He is fully engaged with his chat. I don't know. We're not listening, so I don't know whether he's answering questions or what. It doesn't matter. He's freaking talking, and that is awesome. So, Kuzi, good job on having the organization. Good job on having all of your stats out there, having some goals that are attainable. I would just remove that border, lower your bit rate just a tad, figure out what's going on with that just a little bit, and move your daily subs and follow goal maybe like under your camera just to clean up the screen. That's what we want to see, is nice and clean. So we are actually going to wrap up this video right here, and then part 3 will be out next Friday, because we have 4 more that we want to cover right now. So we're going to go ahead and record that now, and that'll come out on the next Friday. So thank you for watching. This is where you like, subscribe, follow, all of that stuff. I'll have like some little magical editing thing that goes off.
The YouTube things.
Yeah. So do that. We love you guys. Good luck out there. If you would like to submit your channel for us to review it, that is in our Discord, and that Discord link is down below, along with all the other links on how you can follow us, streamer class, all over the place. All right.
Thanks, guys.